Willkommen zurück zu The Zodiac Trial. Letztes Mal haben wir ein neues Ending gesehen. Ja, wo ich stranguliert wurde. Yay. Denn Dog hat, wie gesagt, die Peitsche benutzt, um Horst zu zähmen. Und wir haben gedacht, okay, die machen gerade ihr Spielchen, dann gehen wir auf meine Trinketjagd. Danach hat er Tiger gezähmt. Danach Dragon. Und dann haben wir Horst getroffen mit einer Maske auf und wir wurden getötet. Ja, also es war keine gute Idee, Hund allein zu lassen vielleicht. Wir hätten auf Dog aufpassen sollen. Und das machen wir gerade auch. Nur leider hat Dog trotzdem Horst besiegt, weil er geschummelt hat. Muss man sagen, er hat geschummelt. Und jetzt spielt er gegen Tiger, und zwar Daten. Und Tiger hat keinen Plan, wie Daten funktionierte. Aber sie lernt schnell. Das heißt, sie hat eine Chance. Aber wenn Dog jetzt stirbt Pferd auch. Das heißt, Horse und Dog sind beide auf der Waage gerade. It seemed bad. I didn't want Doc to die. However, he was doing pretty reckless things without bothering to explain himself. It was making all of us very uneasy. He clearly expected people to fight back and didn't seem overly bothered by it. Why? He was just acting too strange for me to get a good grasp on the situation. So when Doc and Tiger eventually began the contest in earnest, I couldn't really cheer for either side. Alright, let's go. May the best starter win. Sure thing. And like that, Tiger began her turn. She closed her eyes. She breathed heavily. And then, in an instant, her arms shot out and the dot slammed into the dartboard. It was fairly close to the center of the board, but not centered enough. It ended up sailing into the 90-point section. 90 points. Not necessarily a bad score, but not a great one either. Man, my bad there. Lousy start. It's fine, it's cool. I'll do better next time. No need to start freaking out. I've got this. After talking to seemingly no one, Tiger immediately threw another dart without warning. An odd technique, but that one worked out. Tiger had scored a bull, though not a bullseye. Okay. That's what I'm talking about. Just a bit more in the center. I'm going to let the inner me handle this one. Let's go. Tiger stared daggers at the dartboard, like it was her worst enemy. And then she threw her dart with an incredible amount of force. It soared straight ahead and hit the dartboard in its dead center. Bullseye. Das sind 19, 25, 94 Punkte, nicht schlecht. Yes. Not bad at all. So if you add up all your darts, you've got a score of 50 plus 25 plus 19. That's 94. 94? Damn. For a beginner, that's pretty exceptional. Think you can top that? I know. This might be the end for me. Doc said this, but his casual tone indicated he wasn't particularly worried for his life. He was a bartender, wasn't he? Plenty of bars had dartboards. Ever since he had heard that darts were the competition, he seemed even more relaxed than usual. I knew that even with Tiger's impressive performance, it wouldn't be enough. Okay, guess it's my turn. Let's see if I still got it. Doc lined up the dart and the dartboard. Lass mich raten. Triple 20. With little more than a push of his width, he sent the dart lightly sailing into the dartboard. It landed in its 20 section, just a bit over the middle ring. A little high there, my bad. He tried again, and this time the dart landed slightly below the middle ring in the 20 section. Oof, I'm a real spot of trouble here. I need to score, 55 in this turn to tie? Hope I can do it. My life depends on it. Oh no. In a sing-songy voice, Doc lay into his position before sending the third dart right into the middle ring in the 20 section. 20 times 30 is 60. Doc scored a total of 100. He was the winner. He extended his hands out to Tiger. Good game. You really got skill for a beginner. Thanks. I guess I should have been a bit smarter with my choice of challenge, huh? I think this game was very on brand for you. I'm glad you chose it. Of course you're glad you chose it. It let you easily win. Yeah, well, Yeah. So what now, dog? Right, what's the next step? Guess we'll start with Tiger and Horse confiscating all your tablets? What? An instant, whatever kayfabe of friendliness we had shattered, the root of my looming dread had appeared.
Doc, what are you talking about? Why would they do that?
They do it because I'm going to order them to, and if they disobey, they almost certainly die.
But why are you asking this of us?
Guess there's no point in being coy. I have the victorious personality.
Huh?
You fucking serious? I make a lot of bad jokes, Dragon, but even I know there's time and a place. It's really a pain having this special role and all. And I get it, you're obviously going to have a problem with myself living while you all die. That's fair. I want me to die too. Hell, I'd normally be up for it. But I guess I have some duty to see things through. Duty? What are you talking about? A duty to kill 11 other people? A duty to put an end to the ghosts of years ago. And I won't be killing 11 people, only 9. If you remember, I can win with up to 2 other people. Horse, Tiger. You simply have to do as I tell you, and you'll both be able to survive.
Seriously?
You're making us your puppets.
Puppet is such a harsh term. How about comrades?
This is fucking bullshit. You think we'll take this sitting down?
I'd like that, but I doubt it. Which is why I got the 2 strongest fighters here on my side. They'll take care of you a lot, and then the 3 of us will be done. Simple, right?
But they're not going to go along with this, right? Right?
I dislike you, Doc. You hate your past entire being. But I understand. There are some times in life where you must be selfish. This is one of those times.
Horse!
If there was a more peaceful way, I would find it.
That's the spirit. And Tiger?
Are you saying I can survive if I turn my back on my friends?
I'm saying you'll definitely die if you don't. Also, friends is pretty strong considering you met these people earlier today.
I've got 100 things I've left to do. But they'll all be worth it if I was the type to let others die to save my skin. Then, Tiger, are you saying... Even if I die, I'd never betray the group.
You know I can't stand your type. Positive to a fault. You're the type to talk about what a great day it is before people have had their coffee, aren't you? I should have figured we wouldn't be compatible. Bad choice on my part. Alright, let's try this again. Without warning, Doc jumped into a nearby classroom and slammed the door.
Hey, get back here!
Tiger ran over to the door, but before she could open the door, an announcement played on her tablets.
Attention, Doc is currently attempting to tame Dragon. During this challenge, the round's timer has been paused. Now that any participant that in any way interferes with the challenge will instantly be executed.
Dragon's face flushed. Everyone's face flushed. Another stupid game would be played, but this time it was everyone's life on the line. Doc casually walked out of the room. Dragon, I bet you'll be a lot more cooperative.
Like hell I work for you.
Yeah, we'll talk again when you're properly tamed.
Don't think you're going to get just to do what you want. I'm gonna beat you to such a pulp you won't even be able to lift a cart.
Careful. That could be considered interfering. If you do something that helped Dragon win, you'll be executed.
I already said I'm willing to put my life on the line. I'd happily die to show you your place.
Then this is a real problem. You want to punch me, and I don't want to be punched. Horse, mind stepping in?
What?
If I die, you die too. So it's in your best interest that Tiger doesn't hurt me too much.
Horse thought about it for a second. Then he moved in forwards and started to restrain Tiger. Hey, what the hell? Get your arms off me.
Nothing personal. Don't resist.
Like hell I won't resist. Two began to struggle, but it was clear neither would be punching Dog anytime soon. So the room's attention shifted back to Dog and Dragon. Dragon looked down the list of games you could choose. Ox looked over his shoulder.
Think carefully, Dragon. You have a chance to turn the tables here. If you beat dog, you can wipe out the biggest threat to our coexistence. But you know, you don't need to really stress about it. You're kind of in a win-win situation right now. If you win, congratulations, you defeat the big bad guy. But even if you lose, you get a ticket to ride an easy train to survival.
I already said I'm not working with you.
And I already said, we'll talk later. Now pick a game.
Fine. We're playing concentration.
Oh.
I tell you, no matter whatever you think about me, you're wrong. I get I don't look like I'm the smartest, and that's because I'm not. I won't lie about that. But my memory is a killer. You think you can just challenge anyone into anything and it'd be cool? You've got another thing coming.
My, you're certainly confident. So, what are the specific rules?
We'll spread out 50 cards randomly in 5x10 grid. We'll take out a pair. I'll flip them all face up. We'll have 20 seconds to look. Then you flip them back face down. Pairs are going to be cards of the same value and color. So a 3 of hearts and a 3 of diamonds would be a pair. On a person's turn, they can flip over 2 cards. If they're a pair, they pick up the pairs, put in a stack, then can try again. This continues until they flip over 2 cards that aren't in a pair. All the cards are gone. When all the cards are gone, the person with the most cards in their stacks win. Oh, and I get to flip first. Oh, and I get to flip first. Okay. The rules were simple, but far from fair. If Dragon really had as good of a memory as she claimed, going first was a humongous advantage. It was possible she could have swept the whole thing in one go. I expected Doug to argue back, to try and agree on fairer rules. However...
Sounds fine to me.
Really?
Of course. Why? Are you surprised by that? No, not at all.
Smooth. Shut up.
I take out the ace of spades and clubs, then shuffle the cards.
Doug did just what he said, and the two gathered around the table. Just as simple as that, this life and death game was beginning. Meanwhile, Horse and Tiger were still struggling on the side of the room.
Ernsthaft? Kannst du nicht wenigstens Horse angreifen? Ich meine, er ist nicht Teil des Plans. Ihn kannst du attackieren, er ist nicht Teil des Spiels.
The rest of us had just been watching all this unfold. What else could we do? Doug placed a stack of cards on the table, and Reagan began placing the cards face up in the grid she described. After the last card was placed, she began to count to 20 aloud. 3, 4, 5. When she reached 20, Doug leaned forwards and started frankly flipping cards over. Unlike Dragon's cool and methodical approach, Doug used both hands to reach all over the grid and quickly flipped them over in a random rapid order. The technique seemed to annoy Dragon, but she didn't say anything. Finally, all the cards were face down again.
And here we are.
Here we are.
I wish you good luck, but, well, you know it is.
I understand. I wasn't really relying on luck anyway. A confident smirk came across Dragon's face. She knew what she was doing. She started by flipping the card in the top left position. 8 of spades. She then counted 4 rows down, then 3 columns over. Then she flipped over the 8 of diamonds.
Warte. Warum sind Spades und... Warte, Spades und Diamond? Ich dachte, Farbe und Nummer muss gleich sein. Und ist Spades nicht Pik? Also rot und blau, rot und schwarz?
Then she flipped over the card which was to the right of the top left card, and found its match in a similar method. This pattern repeated itself over and over again. Dragon wasn't just winning this game, she was crushing it. I had my doubts, but she wasn't bluffing.
Doug also looked surprised, impressed with Dragon's skill. But on the inside he must be regretting things.
He was so confident when he challenged her, but he was getting his ass handed to him. This was the weakness of letting the opponent choose the game. They could choose what they were strongest at. I was feeling confident in Dragon's victory until the 11th pair, where she failed to get a matching pair. Instantly her face turned to confusion. What?
Oh, that's gotta hurt. Good one though.
No, this can't be right. That card wasn't supposed to be there.
Must have gotten mixed up in your head.
No way.
Hey, happens to the best of them. Quit worrying so much. You've got a real lead on me. I have to be a miracle worker to make a comeback from here. Natürlich schafft das. Despite his words, the creeping smirk on his face made me instantly realize that Dragon was about to lose. In a whirlwind, Doug flipped over pair after pair, mowing through the board. Midway through his rampage, Dragon's eye perked up again. Dagger 2? That wasn't supposed to be there. Don't know what you're talking about. A little busy winning. Parry moved. Dog ended up sweeping the entire rest of the board. Apparently, Dragon wasn't the only one with impressive memory. In the end, Dragon had 20 cards in his deck, but Dog had 30. Dang, that was a close one. Good game. Fuck that. There's no way, it's bullshit. It looked like Dragon was on the verge of tears. She walked over to the wall and kicked it hard.
How strange. Dragon was so confident going into it. To make such a simple mistake, well, it strikes me odd.
Simple mistake? You think memorizing a 5x10 grid of cards is easy?
No. Of course not. I don't mean to offend. It's an incredibly difficult feat. And judging by how well Dragon did, it's clear that she can accomplish that feat. Which is why I think it's odd that despite clearly being capable of the task, she had a few cards switched around in her memory.
I could be wrong about this, but, Doc, did you cheat?
Oh, I'm offended, Sheep. Why'd you make such a hurtful accusation?
I'm sorry, it's just that the way you flipped over the cards reminded me of my older sister. When we played concentration. When we played, I'd always would get mixed up. And later learned that when they flipped the card back up real rapidity, they used the speed and the confusion to switch the places of one or two cards. If Dragon was really sure of where the cards were, could it have happened here?
Seriously? Doc, you scum! Are you right on this? Of course not. Frankly, the fact that you'd slander me is so offensive.
Sorry, I didn't mean...
Don't back down like that. Just because he said he didn't doesn't mean he actually didn't. Why would he admit it? Well then, I suppose you have some morsel of evidence to support your claim. You wouldn't just liborously state things without any proof, would you? No? Then I suppose the game is valid. Fuck. That is bad, Dragon. You're on the winning side. I've got an eye for these things, and I know that the three of us can take down everyone else. It would have been a cleaner stamp if Tiger decided to join us, but that can be helped. Horse can almost certainly defeat Tiger, and you can defeat pretty much anyone else. Well, I'd be a different story if there were weapons or elements of surprise. But in a straight of brawl, well, you're the slugger queen, right? So are you going to let your whole crew down to save a cop, some lawyer, and a bunch of high-class nobodies? Or are you going to make the smart decision? I'm sorry, everyone, but I'm not good enough person to refuse this offer. Dragon, no! Even if I didn't agree, there's a good chance that he would succeed anyways. This is just jumping off a sinking ship.
There's no shame in your decision. We all must do what we have to.
Sure, there's shame. Lots of shame. Shame on you and your friends and family as long as you live.
Calm down. Panic gains us nothing.
I'm not panicking. I'm convincing.
Poorly.
Will this really simply devolve into a gang fight?
We can take them.
No, we can't.
Yes, we can.
Now then, let's get started.
But he was right. This wasn't a fight I felt good about. Tiger was the biggest asset, but she was likely outmatched by Horse. As for the rest of us, we had the number advantage, but none of us could likely beat Dragon. Save maybe Bunny? It wasn't totally hopeless, but I didn't like a chance. But what about the taming whip? If we used that, people like Horse and Dragon could still be saved. I remember the numbers for it. 3195. Damn, I should have thought about this better. I was too far from any separate rooms. Bunny, however, was right next to a classroom.
Rennen wird sich nicht lohnen. Ich werde eingeholt werden. Aber wir können Bunny die Nummer sagen.
There was really only one thing I could do. Bunny, the Wisp code is 3195. Quickly, get Dog.
In sleep, Bunny realized what I meant. He sprung into action, rushing to a nearby classroom. Horse chased after him, but by the time he reached the room, the door was already closed. He tried breaking in, but before he could finish, that familiar announcement played.
Attention, Bunny is currently attempting to tame Dog. During this challenge, the round's timer has been paused. Know that any participant that in any way interferes with the challenge will instantly be executed.
Just like the round, so too did the brain fight pause. There was no point so long as the fate of Dog was in the air. Bunny left the room with a confident smirk. Damn, I was hoping we wouldn't get to this stage. But fair play, Bunny. You challenged me. Yeah, so I'm protected by the no interference clause, right? Sure. Neither horse or dragon is going to attack you. That doesn't explain why they're not dealing with the others, though.
Why would we?
Huh? You moron. We're not eager to work with the psychopaths like you. If Bunny wins this, he gets control of you, and by proxy, us. In that case, the group can also work together, and you can go die on your own fucking dime. Yeah, you got me. I realized the flaw in my plan the moment I challenged Dragon. Got the feeling this might evolve into a last man standing gamble fest. And you know what? That actually sounds interesting. It's been a long time since I've actually been this excited about something. So come on, Bunny. Come on, Bunny. You challenge me? Which means I get to pick what we play.
Bring it. If it means stopping an evildoer like you, I can hardly handle anything. Now that's what I'm talking about, Bunny.
Evildoer, huh? How ironic. Well, no matter. If it's a gamble of we're in for, we should play some of the classics, don't you think? I'll challenge you to a game of classic Texas Hold'em.
You're confident because you play against Bowen a lot, aren't you? I'm not sure if you were aware, but I've also played with Bowen quite a bit.
Oh, I'm aware, and I know you can't beat him.
He's my boss. I'll let him win.
Is that so?
Of course.
How noble. So let's set the rules. I want to keep things simple. Standard card thing. We each draw 2 5 community cards in the regular order. Yada, nothing weird there. We'll each take 20 ships. The answer will be 1, and increase every 12 rounds. That all sounds fine to you?
Of course. There's nothing to dispute in this rules at all.
What? One thing I asked is, he gestured over to our group. One thing I asked is that the spectators stay a good distance from us, and they stand to our sides. I don't want anyone sneaking a peek at my cards and sending signals.
But of course. I don't want any outside interference.
Naja, dürfen wir auch gar nicht machen, also.
It was almost fascinating how completely they had isolated the rather large group of people standing around them. At this moment, the principal actors in the story were Bunny and Dog. Everyone else was just at the side. Dog went over to the vending machine and grabbed some stack of chips. Then he sat at the table, started splitting them up to 2 groups of 20. Meanwhile, Bunny thoroughly shuffled the cards. Let me be clear. Unlike most people here, I have some card experience. Don't think you're going to be able to pull anything. I'll eagerly use the cheaters get executed rule.
Don't worry, I won't try something like that against you. I'm not that dumb.
Good. Then let's get started.
And just like that, they began to play.
They played life or death hold'em with an audience of 9. What do you think's going to happen?
I don't know.
Not a very interesting answer.
Sorry.
Do you think Bunny has a shot?
He certainly has a shot. He's got the experience, at least, to stop Dog from cheating. And poker is a game that can be won with one good stroke of luck. Bunny's definitely good at concealing his emotions.
I'm sensing a but.
But Dog chose his game. I'm guessing he's really good at it.
He was really good at it. His face, despite being fairly expressive, was utterly inscrutable. Unlike Bunny, who stayed silent and maintained a determined expression, Dog liked to chat a lot. He'd constantly say things like, "This sounds really good," or "God, this sucks." It was impossible to tell when he was being genuine or when he was trying to manipulate Bunny. He seemed to alternate between the two, with incredibly irregularity. More than that, he'd bully Bunny out of hands with big races early on, but he'd also sometimes fold to absolutely nothing. It was just hard to get a beat on him. It certainly seemed to annoy Bunny, but early on the effectiveness of the strategy seemed questionable. Bunny slowly gained the lead throughout the first half of the game. When Bunny led 26 ships to 14, Dog put in 10 ships on the flop. Bunny, who had trips, called. But Dog had 2 suited cards, which matched 2 suited cards on the flop. If a diamond showed up on the turn, or river, it'd be his win. The turn came. It was the Jack of Spades. But the Queen of Diamond came to the river. Just like that, Dog gained a 24-16 lead. The game didn't go much better for Bunny after that. He lost minus Scrabble after minus Scrabble until he only had 7 chips left. When the flop came down, Dog looked mischievous. "Oh boy, I really shouldn't give you this sort of charity. But I don't want the game to end." He put in 7 chips. "Come on, I'll give you 7 chips. Bunny!
Trau ihm doch nicht. Das kann nicht gut gehen. Das wird nicht gut gehen. Oh. Als ob, er sagt, er macht das, du tust ihm ein Stück rein und dann hat der, keine Ahnung, Royal Flush oder sowas und du verlierst und du stirbst doch, Bunny. Du bist dann tot. Deswegen, tu es nicht. Oh, aber du kannst doch nicht wegschmeißen, glaube ich jetzt. Ah. Die Sache ist, er kann das die ganze Zeit machen. Die ganze Zeit. Immer 7 reinschmeißen, Bunny macht immer mit oder gibt auf. Und wenn er aufgibt, kriegt er mal ein weniger, bis nur noch 1:1 ist und dann, wenn er dann verliert, dann ist er raus. Deswegen, ich mag Dog nicht. Schrecklich. Das hat sich alles so schnell ins Schlechte verändert, das ist unglaublich, ey. Aber so ist es halt im Spiel. Ein Fehler kann alles entscheiden. Diese Gruppe ist verflucht. Ich gehe nie wieder mit Bunny und Dog los. Nie wieder. Okay. Dann. Sehen wir uns beim nächsten Mal. Danke fürs Zugucken. Bis zum nächsten Mal. Also, danke nochmal. Tschüss.